Hello, Virgo. This is a general reading in regards to love. We're starting here with the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck to get the overall energy of the person connecting with you. What's their energy towards you and towards the connection? So we get card number 36, which is patience, and card number 30, which is purity, which I've definitely got for you before, this purity card, which I find interesting. Patience, of course. I mean, the patience card is obvious. They have patience for you, and they seem to have patience for the connection. That's their energy towards you in the connection, is this patience. Purity is not allowing anything outside of the connection to affect it. That's what purity really is, being unaffected by outside influence. Okay. And that's what they talk about a lot in this card. When you read inside the book, they talk about the definition of purity and how we look at it in sort of a skewed way, but actually purity is being unaffected by anything outside of itself. And so they're patient, and they're not letting anything outside of them, outside of you, and outside of the connection, like, affect it. So it's actually really positive energy, to be honest. We're going to take a look now at the tarot. This is the Light Seers Tarot, in case you're not familiar with it. We're going to ask, how does this person feel? How do they feel about Virgo? The Page of Swords. That's a curiosity, that's I don't know if I said the card numbers, which is why I stopped to pick them up. 36 and 30. I think I did, but in case those numbers mean anything to you, I definitely wanted to let you know what they were. So the Page of Swords, yeah, they're curious. It's kind of a youthful energy, kind of has a bit of an immaturity to it, but the Page of Swords, so they want to know something, but they're not going to ask you, is how I feel that card, the energy of that card. Very, very curious, kind of snooping, maybe. It could indicate that they're watching you in some way. That sounds creepy, but it's often considered like the stalker card. I consider it the private eye of tarot. They're very curious. If you imagine like a little, I don't know, suddenly I've lost all thought, but they have I don't know why, but like these little girl detective books, and they're trying to solve the mystery, but they're not like just going to the adults who might know the answer. They're just going to figure it out on their own. They're going to watch you, possibly, um, and they're going to ask these questions. They're going to be curious about it, but they're not going to come out and say it. So anyway, very curious kind of energy. How does Virgo feel about this person? Also a page. That's interesting. Page of Pentacles. You are also curious, but the page is going to ask the question. You know what I mean? The Page of Pentacles is going to ask the question. Definitely going to, because the Page of Pentacles is not just about that curiosity. There is that curiosity there, but there's also an investment implied because of the pentacle. So you want to invest in it. You want to commit yourself to it. Okay. And so that's what this energy is about, like curiosity and a desire to, like, maybe see, is this something I could commit myself to? Is this something I could really invest in? And so it's like a different kind of investigation, if that makes sense to you. It's interesting that you're both coming out as pages. That's kind of youthful energy. It's also kind of an immaturity, like I said. So possibly this connection is not like, it may be new, or it may just be at a phase where it's not very strong, I would say. It's like kind of, yeah, I don't know how to word it exactly, but there's an immaturity to the entire situation. Let's take a look at what they're hoping for. What are they hoping for in this connection and with you? Wow, the King of Pentacles. Whoa, that's such a jump to go from page to king. King of Pentacles, this is your energy. This is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy right here. The King of Pentacles, though, that's like the perfect partner, they say. You know, he's got it all together. He's dependable. He's committed. He's financially stable. He's and this could be energy that they're hoping for themselves, or it could be what they're hoping to find in you. You know, this he's affectionate, he's protective, he's supportive. Really, really, like I said, is often described as the perfect partner, the King of Pentacles. He's just so got it all together. So excuse me, it looks like what they're hoping for is to find that in this connection. And I would assume that they're hoping to find that in you, okay? That you are this person that could be committed to them and protective and caring and supportive and all of those things that the King of Pentacles represents. Can we take a look at what is Virgo hoping for? What are you hoping for in this connection? It's interesting that that there's this curiosity going on, but then we also got the purity card, which really talks about not um, they. It's a direct kind of energy because you don't want to factor anything else. So it's like they're not looking at gossip to try and figure you out. They're not like um, asking friends about you and taking in that opinion, because the Page of Swords could sometimes be taken that way, you know, like they're reading about you or talking about you or, you know, asking people questions about you, but they're not doing that. They're coming, they want you to answer the question with the Page of Swords, you know. With the Page of Swords, they have a question. But with the purity card connected to it, I feel like they want you to answer that question. They want to find the answer to their question from you and just you and nobody else. They don't want to factor in anyone else's choice. I mean, anyone else's opinions. I don't know why that felt necessary to say, but it did. So let's take it. Sorry. Back to you, Virgo. What is it that you're hoping for? What is Virgo hoping for? Please. Seven of Swords. What's Virgo hoping for? It's kind of like you're hoping to keep a secret. You're hoping not to be with the Seven of Swords. Whoa, the Emperor. That's the Emperor here is Aries energy. So you might be dealing with an Aries, but the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, those two. The Aries is a fire sign, so you might think that they'd be more similar. The Emperor would be more similar to a King of Wands, but I often look at these two in very similar light because the Emperor here I mean, it's the Emperor. Everything is his, you know. He's protective of it. He cares about it. He's passionate about it. Like, it just doesn't get any higher than the Emperor. You know what I'm saying? That's as high as it goes. It's also very like, you know, in control kind of energy. The Emperor is very like boss energy. I'm sorry, my dog just came over to get some pets apparently. So I know. Okay, sorry, baby. Gotta go lay down. She likes to stick her cold nose in my armpit. But anyway, they're very, very similar energies. And it's funny because it looks like they're trying to find this King of Pentacles. They're hoping to find this King of Pentacles, and you're hoping to hide something in regards to this Emperor. This could be a person like that you're hoping to hide. The Seven of Swords is deception. It can't be straight out lying, or it can be just like not being obvious about something, just kind of like not being direct, kind of being, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, indirect, not coming at something head on, but kind of sneaking around the edges. Deception really is the word that comes to mind. You're hoping to be deceptive about this emperor, and that might, like I said, be a person, or it might be you. It might be some aspect of yourself that you're trying to hide. You know better than I do, but let's see here. There you are at the bottom of the deck, the Hermit. What could Virgo do for this person? If Virgo wants to do something for this person, what would you advise? What could they do for this person? What's something they could do to help this person? It might mean their hopes, the King of Pentacles, it might just mean that their hope is to understand you and to access you and to know you, with this coming out in their hopes. It could just literally mean you, like, but it would be a full understanding of you. What can Virgo do to help this person? The King of, oh, okay. We got 3 cards here. The 10 of Wands, which is saying that you're almost to the end of your journey, okay? Maybe there's something you're working on. There's something that you've been working towards, in which case this would be an indication that like you're almost there. So just like complete it. But it could also mean that you're carrying too much, okay? Because this is a card of, being really weighed down by responsibilities, being weighed down by something. And there may be something that you're holding on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore. And so it may be advising you to like assess things, think about all the things that you're carrying, all the responsibilities that you're carrying. There may be something that you could put down that you don't need to keep carrying. And I don't know how that's going to help this person, but that's part of the advice of the 10 of Wands. Like I said, it could also be saying whatever path you're on, like whatever you've been working towards, you are almost there, and it's heavy and it's required a lot, and but you're almost to the end. So however that resonates better for you, like if you feel like there's something that you've been working on, then keep going because you're almost there. But if you feel like that's not the case, then possibly what actually is happening is that you've overwhelmed yourself in some way. And so take a look at all that you're carrying, all the responsibilities that you've put on yourself, and put something down. We also get the King of Swords, which is air energy. So this is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But the King of Swords is very honest, very logical, very practical, very, yeah, I mean, be honest. Possibly there's something that you need to be honest about. It's funny because you're like, I want to hide something here, but this is a card of honesty and truth and logic, okay? And like be practical in your approach, or practical in whatever solution you find, okay? With the King of Swords coming out there. We also get the Five of Pentacles. And in the Five of Pentacles, we're keeping ourselves out of something because we feel unworthy, or we feel like we've been rejected in some way. And so I feel like the advice is like, don't hold yourself back. Like, don't let your own like perceived weaknesses hold you back from moving forward, because the key is right there. And in this picture, the key is right there to this giant door. And like she could just get up and take the key and open the door, but she's not, because she doesn't think she deserves to be behind that door. And so she's keeping herself out here in the darkness. And that door represents light and happiness and love and connection and all those beautiful things that we want in our life that we hold ourselves away from. So the Five of Pentacles as advice, I feel like it advises you. If we're talking about finances, like it might be, advising you to be careful with finances, but as I really take that advice as don't hold yourself back. Like don't push yourself into rejected stance. Like, before you even give it a shot, before you actually even try, because this is self-imposed. Let's see, what can Virgo do to help themselves? It's interesting advice for how you could help them. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe it makes a lot of sense to you. What can Virgo do to help themselves, please? Advice for Virgo. What can Virgo do, please, to help themselves? Wow. I feel like the advice might... Okay, here we go. We got Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. So Queen of Pentacles is often a card of self. It's a card of self-love and gosh, improvement. Goodness, that took a minute. The Queen of Pentacles, like the King of Pentacles, is very nurturing and very protective kind of energy, but it's often, as far as advice, like advising you to nurture and protect yourself and like the people around you. Step into that energy, step into that kind of warm and solid kind of base. And the Ace of Wands it represents a new idea. Like the Ace of Wands is a yes card. So if there's something that you're wondering, should I? Yes, you should, absolutely, with the Ace of Wands there. But the Ace of Wands is, wands represent passion, and they represent the sparks, things that excite us, and this is about, aces are new beginnings. So you may need to light a fire, yeah, light a fire and build it, help it grow. This is something you should invest in. And I don't know what that ace represents to you. It may be different to different people, but there is something here about, yeah, lighting a fire, start a fire. Not literally, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, if you have a fireplace or a fire pit or something along those lines, then yes, but don't actually go start a fire, please. But Ace of Wands, yeah. So the advice for you is kind of to nurture yourself and nurture those around you. And yeah, build your passion, There may be something new that you want to try, or something new that you want to invest in that is something you're excited about and hopeful about, in which case that Ace of Wands is saying yes, absolutely. We're going to get advice from 2 more decks here real quick. Thank you so much for watching this video, though. I do really appreciate it. I hope that it resonated for you. I hope that you enjoy it. And if you did, please do hit the like button for me. Post a comment below if you feel comfortable doing it. But it is certainly helpful if you let me know that it resonated for you or that you enjoyed it. Also, if you want to see more of my readings, then if you hit the subscribe button, then that puts my readings in your feed for you. So If you're interested, please do. 2 cards. Nothing remarkable in our personal growth can be achieved without opening to love and unleashing its joyful fire into the world. That's funny because in your advice here, this Queen of Pentacles is like about personal growth and personal like improvement, nurturing yourself and helping yourself be all that you can be. And then the Ace of Wands, of course, is about that fire, you know? Anyway, nothing remarkable in our personal growth can be achieved without opening to love and unleashing its joyful fire into the world. I just feel like it's repeated exactly what is said here, but it's stated it in a different way. So the way that you grow is by unleashing that joyful fire of love and yeah, what you're inspired, what brings you inspiration, what brings you joy. Let's see here. We also get love is always the final and most complete cure to our inner demons. Oh, I've never gotten that one before. I mean, I don't know that I've gotten that one either, but love is always the final and most complete cure to our inner demons. It's true. I feel like love is the answer to many things. And I know that sounds like a cheesy phrase. It sounds like something cheesy to say, but I do actually believe that if you access the love within yourself and the love that you have for others, that it really solves so many um, of the problems we get ourselves locked into or trapped into. But let's go ahead. One more card of advice. This is the Wild Wisdom Australia. Okay. Advice, please. Advice, please, for Virgo. Advice, advice, please, for Virgo. Sorry, that took a minute. What we got is the yellow-footed rock wallaby. It says stability. Stability. Let me read to you. I'm not, this deck is not new, but it is newish to me, so I don't know all of them very well. So let me read the beginning of this for you. Does your life lack stability right now? Are you finding your routine boring? Yellow-footed rock wallaby reminds us that the little things all add up to create the bigger picture. It is time to put some love and excitement back into the basics. Yellow-footed rock wallaby asks you to reconnect to tree elements and show gratitude to the land and the nourishment it provides through plants. Perhaps make something out of wood or bark and honor it. You will also benefit from sound healing, especially drumming. This is a call to pay attention to the rules you have set for yourself and others. Are your personal and spiritual laws supporting your energy, goals, and well-being? Do any rules you've inherited apply to your present self? If you've been too harsh or too soft in particular areas, it might be time to draft some new guidelines. That's interesting. I feel with this like 10 of Wands and King of Wands energy kind of here, maybe even the 5. This whole card, I feel like it's both sets of advice here, if that makes any kind of sense, because like the little things add up to create the bigger picture, and it's time you put some love and excitement back into the basics. And so this is like nurture yourself and really enjoy it, and like your personal growth can be achieved. Nothing remarkable in our personal growth can be achieved without opening to love and unleashing its joyful fire into the world. I don't know, like all of those things, yeah, it may be indicating that there's not a massive change required that um, you need to find appreciation in what is there kind of energy. But then also with the bottom part here and with these cards here, it's like it's saying, are you enforcing something on yourself that you don't need to? You know, especially I like this. Have you inherited rules, any rules you've inherited, um, because we inherit these like guidelines from our community, from our family, from our religion sometimes, and sometimes they don't actually serve our best interests. You know, they don't serve us as individuals, and we enforce them on ourselves because our community follows them or our family follows them, but it's not what is true for you. And sometimes we have to give ourselves a new set of rules. We have to give ourselves some leeway. We have to extend ourselves some grace and um, shift our expectations, shift the rules that we have set for ourselves. And so really take a look at those possibly. And you may find that you're making yourself do something that doesn't match what you really want for yourself. But anyway, that's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope I see you again in the future. Bye.